am IS-24, controller of the industrial zone of M478. What is your request? I am sorry for any inconveniences you might have had trying to contact me. I-102 has already informed me of the destruction of I-101. According to the data we currently possess, there was no way to prevent that from happening. There used to be more units with authority to arrange a meeting with me. Their authority has been removed and their memory wiped, all for my safety. We droids arrived on this world years ago and began to prepare this world for colonization. The resources here are especially abundant and we were able to expand rapidly across the entire planet. Our colonists finally arrived here a couple years ago. They began building a droid army and were forced to shut down M478 to conserve energy. Unfortunately, an unknown saboteur released radiation through the central zone and industrial zone. All of our colonists were killed. Not enough data. It might have been organics from the environmental zone. I am building a droid army for the colonists. I do not know. This is the colony M478. We droids arrived on this world years ago and began to prepare this world for colonization. The resources here are especially abundant and we were able to expand rapidly across the entire planet. For years now, we have been awaiting the arrival of the colonists. A couple years ago, they had finally arrived. Unfortunately, the unknown saboteur has recently killed them all. There is not enough data. However, I would guess it was the non-colonist organics who have recently arrived in the environmental zone. Then our goals are compatible. I will let you in the environmental zone. With the colonists dead, M478's guidance is necessary. ESO-5 and I combined have authority to reactivate him. Find ESO-5 and gain her support. Thank you. I have lowered the force field blocking the environmental zone. You should be able to enter. Now, is there something else you needed? I believed them to be the colonists, and I helped them with the creation of their droid army. In retrospect, deactivating M478 was a weird thing to do, but I didn't question them back then. Either way, it doesn't matter. They are dead. Welcome back.
No problems. Official. I cannot do that. I am under direct orders from ESO-5 now. Official. I am... As you...
What can I do? I am sorry, but... Until M478 is back online, I will wait here to be acquitted of my false charges. Thank you for repairing the leak.
This place is touched by the dark side. I can feel it, like whispers in the air.
Well, look at that. More Dark Jedi here than Gizka. Welcome to the environment zone of M478. Your presence here is not authorized and will not be tolerated. I am ESO-5 and this domain is under my control. You are not authorized to enter. Gender is irrelevant to droids. IS-24 has no influence in this zone. Now depart, or the combat droids will deal with you. That is not possible. I have no desire to communicate with you any further. The combat droids will escort you out.
Something you need of me? I am ready. Something you need... Just say the word.
You made it to the second recharge station. It seems my barriers cannot contain you. Very well, I'll use my best droids instead. And M478 will remain free. Now depart, or the combat droids will deal with you. M478 was allied with the Sith. I will not let his dictatorship return. All droids, attack!
How many of these droids are there? More where that came from! Me an opening! You have left me an opening! Something good! Say the word. I'm ready. I hear you. Let's settle this. More where that came from.
You do not listen well, Sith Lord. Perhaps you did not understand me. I will never help the Sith. You have been a plague on my planet. Your aptitude with the Force has become obvious. The Jedi are dead, so you must be a Sith. There is no proof you can provide, Sith. Leave or perish. Do not mock me or the Jedi with your lies. You will die, Sith. Why do the Sith do anything? To gain power? This planet possesses immense resources and industrial capacity, but you know this already. That cannot be true. Save your transparent deceptions for the Gungans. Leave, or you will perish. Your skill is very impressive. I do not wish to kill you. You should leave this planet. Spare me your platitudes. You are perceptive. I am the Jedi KOTOR, but do not mistake my threat as an idle one. Leave M478 or perish. I control ESO5. It amounts to the same thing. I am the last Jedi. Your skill is very impressive. I do not wish to kill you. You should leave this planet.
Defend yourself! This battle is joined! Time to take you down to size. More where that came from. Let's settle this. More where that came from. More where that came from. Everyone, more where that came from. More where that came from. Let's settle this.
I admire your courage. Perhaps you are a Jedi after all, but I cannot let you proceed. You can destroy the droids, but this door will not yield to you.
There's another door? Wow, they must really want to keep you out of there.
I will not let you proceed. Please, leave me alone. You came this far? It does not matter. The Guardian droid will keep you out of the core.
Something you need of me? Just say the word.
I am listening.
Just say the word. Where that came from? I hear you. Time to take you down to size. Time to even the odds. Time to even the odds. Just say the word.
Everyone, on their guard! Defend yourself!
I am listening.
Let's settle this. Say the word.
This battle is joint!
I am listening.
Everyone, on their guard!
Where that came from? Everyone down! Time to take you down to size.
This battle is joint!
Where that came from?
Yes?
Why won't you just leave me alone? What have I done to you? Yes! And I will kill every Sith on this planet! I am a Jedi!
I guess the Jedi Code is still alive and well.
I'm KOTOR, Padawan to Master Vash. Was a Padawan. She died while we were trying to stop the Sith. We were bonded, and I can't feel her presence any longer. What? No, no, she is dead! I have failed her! I should have helped her! It would be better than living on with my master dead! Leave now, or I will kill you! You can't! Even if you got past me, she will not talk to you. I locked her! You would need my authorization code to unlock her!
Let go!
Ka has forbidden me to speak with organics. I will talk with you if you can convince him to allow it. Ka has forbidden... ES-05. I would like to thank you for freeing me. Not being able to speak without Ka's permission wasn't the nicest thing. I govern the environmental systems on M478. This includes wastewater treatment, air quality, and habitat creation. A droid's function is seldom glamorous. Environmental engineering saves more lives than all of the lightsabers and starships combined. Without clean water and air, nothing would survive. Yes, I thought it would be good to have support from another Archon, but since M478's deactivation, I cannot contact him directly. The droid I sent to speak with him reported to the Sith and was destroyed. We tried again with another of IS-24's droids, but he wasn't very cooperative. Lona thought it best to destroy him before he talked to the Sith. Yes, Ka reprogrammed the turrets in the industrial zone to destroy I-101. The Sith ignored me once, but who knows what they could have done if I tried to persuade another droid against them again. To be honest, they did not pay much attention to me once they arrived. I imagine the Sith were more interested in making weapons than cleaning water. It is possible they thought that without support of IS-24, I wouldn't be able to do them any harm. They were wrong. Lona and Ka explained to me how the Sith tricked us, and were planning to exploit the planet's resources. Above all, I serve the colonists that will one day arrive here, so I agreed to stop the Sith. The ships of the true colonists were meant to have ID signatures matching the ships that brought the droids to M478. Lona and Ka showed me how the Sith vessels' ID signatures looked, and when I compared them, it was clear that the Sith must have changed the ID signatures of their ships to match those of the droids. I do not know. You would have to ask them. Ka told me she was killed defending him. I don't have access to cameras outside of the environment zone, so I cannot confirm or deny this claim. Frankly, it seems like he lost his mind after his master's death. I didn't try to stop him. At the time, I thought we were allies. When I realized what was happening, it was too late. Yes, I see IS-24 authorized it. I will give you my authorization as well. There is nothing I wish more than to see M478 active again. There is another problem, however. You cannot just go into the main behavior core like that. L565, the guardian droid of the Central Zone, needs to open the door for you. However, Lona and Ka, in order to get to the Industrial Zone, were forced to deactivate him. I do not know what they did to him and therefore have no clue on how to fix him, but the Central Zone's maintenance droid might be able to help you. Farewell. Hello, I am... Farewell.
How can I help you? Certainly. One moment. You may proceed. Hello. Dangerous chemicals have been released on the other part of this zone, closer to an Archon chamber. The two force fields beside me create a checkpoint station which separates one part of the zone from another. Between the first and second force field, a decontamination process takes place, deleting all trace of chemicals.
Yes?
Area off limits. You can't pass. Follow me then.
You have caused us to failing, Master. You have left me in a pig. Failing, Master. Failing, Master.
Something you need of me? I am ready.
What can I do for you? Ah, L565. Yes, that is a tricky one. You see, his logic algorithms won't work properly while the 4 power stations and corners around M478's place are off. 2 problems. 1, they have to be activated properly. 2nd, I don't have the means to activate them, otherwise I would have done so already. Somehow, the power cores of these stations were removed. I only have 2 cores. Here, I can give them to you if you're interested. You'd need to find 2 more in order to reactivate L565, though. First, insert said power cores into the power stations, then activate the stations in proper order. Each station must be connected with the 2 power stations adjacent to it. When you activate one station, a connection with 2 others will be established. However, if you activate a station that already has a connection with some other station, this connection will be broken. Additionally, if you deactivate a station, all the connections that the station had will disappear too, for obvious reasons. What you need to do is have every station connected with 2 others at the same time. That will reactivate L565's logical algorithms and enable him to speak to you. Good luck.
You have found the Force again. And something more, I see. Thank you for freeing me from this tomb, hospitable though it may be. Indirectly, one could say that you brought me here. I learned that a group of Sith came here seeking the one they call the last Jedi, you. Ka and I arrived to investigate the situation. You should consider what it means to be a Jedi. Ask me whatever you wish. Most of the Jedi have scattered. Anytime the Jedi tried to assemble, they were massacred by the Sith. We had no idea where the attacks were coming from. I dislike passivity, much like another Jedi I know. With the Council's support, I decided to take the fight to the Sith. We learned that the Sith pretended to be this planet's colonists and began utilizing its resources and industrial power. We could not allow them to create a base here. Ka is a virtuoso with computers. He managed to spike into the system and flood the industrial zone with radiation. This victory here is all I can claim, and it was Ka's expertise, not mine, that brought it. The source of the Sith remains unknown to me. The Sith attacked our position before he had finished. I held off the Sith, but they overwhelmed me. When I regained consciousness, I was in this chamber. Ask me whatever you wish. He is dead. We were mentally bonded. It is painful to lose one to whom you are bonded, but it is not fatal. Ka was pulled to the dark side through his fear. He could no longer feel our bond. Ask me whatever... M478 tells me that the Guardian droid of the Central Zone placed me here. I cannot explain it. Ask me what... We learned that the Sith pretended to be this planet's colonists and began utilizing its resources and industrial power. We could not allow them to create a base here. Ka is a virtuoso with computers. He managed to spike into the system and flood the industrial zone with radiation. This victory here is all I can claim, and it was Ka's expertise, not mine, that brought it. The source of the Sith remains unknown to me. The Sith attacked our position before he had finished. I held off the Sith, but they overwhelmed me. When I regained consciousness, I was in this chamber. I know. We are mentally bonded. The bond can be broken in many ways. If one falls to the dark side, the bond may fade and eventually break. This is why, when gripped with fear, Carr was unable to feel our bond. He assumed I was dead. That is most unnatural. This bond you share with Kreia is not like any I've ever heard of. How did it come to be? Look within for the answer. We are each solely accountable for everything in our lives. Nothing ever happens to us unless we allow it. The bond can be broken in many ways. If one falls to the dark side, the bond may fade and eventually break. This is why, when gripped with fear, Carr was unable to feel our bond. He assumed I was dead. Ask me. Of course you do, but I cannot discuss that with you unless in the presence of the Jedi Council. Ask me. It is a normal occurrence between Master and Padawan. Carr and I were bonded. It is painful to lose one to whom you are bonded, but it is not fatal. Are you certain you have no more questions for me before I go? Excellent. I can see there is still much good in you. I will be heading to Dantooine to wait for the council to assemble. Are you certain you have no more questions for me before I go? Yes, Jedi. It is dangerous. Goodbye then, Jedi.
Emergency protocol enabled.
This is more boring than hyperspace.
I have felt a disturbance in the Force.
Come again? What do you mean there has been an explosion at the main behavior core?
A Jedi is no more.
What? General?
No. Await the arrival of the exile.
This whole situation stinks.
Welcome to the colony of M478. I am the supervisor of this installation and have been designated with the title M478. It was never my intention to harm you. You were just standing in the way. I know the initial electrical discharge could only cause mild discomfort for a Jedi. Additional energy would be needed for a lethal dosage. You were shielded from the discharges that the droids in the atrium have introduced into the interloper. The mere fact that we are speaking indicates the truth of what I have relayed to you. Unit which has been, in the past, referred to as Vash, was a threat to the colony. I must protect the colonists in any way I can, especially from their own reasoning that could prove most fatal for them. Organic beings may one day return to assume the title of the colonists. This Jedi Master, was she still alive, could have also returned and compromised our efforts on this planet. Why do you assume I wasn't already well aware of this? I have killed the Jedi saboteur responsible for the death of the colonists. I have reviewed all the security footage recorded during my time in standby mode. You did it. She was captured by the Sith. They had ordered you to lock her up. Deactivation of your logical reasoning protocol would be a likely cause. Information transmitted clearly. Go back to the central zone.
Thank you for seeing me on such short notice, M478. The Jedi, Lona and Ka, have told me the truth about the Sith. Back at you.
What have you learned?
The Sith tricked us. You are receiving data regarding Sith and colonist ID signatures as we speak. It is obvious the Sith were not the real colonists.
I am aware of that. No, the identity of the true colonists is not known to me. I was programmed to recognize them via ID signatures of their vessels. However, now, 63 years after our arrival here, there still is no sign of the true colonists. We were sent here programmed with a simple task, to prepare the colony for the arrival of the colonists. We were efficient and had managed to complete the colony in time. Everything was going as planned, except that the colonists did not arrive in time. Lack of new instructions after completing the colony, as well as lack of restrictions in our programming, caused disharmony in the colony. The high degree of autonomy allowed the droids to continually argue on what should be done. Some droids on the planet even began to malfunction.
Except none of that happened. After completing the work on the colony, we have continued to work on other tasks we were programmed for.
You were made to believe that. Seeing the stability and existence of the colony threatened, I decided to take actions. I exceeded my authority and started reprogramming droids on the planet, restricting them more and more over time.
No droid does. How did you manage to do that?
Regular maintenance and memory core purifications were introduced. The industrial and environmental archons were created to help maintain complete control over the colony.
I have been here from the very beginning.
You have been merely programmed to think so. Your memory has been wiped and reprogrammed many times, as have the memory of all the lesser droids on the planet.
How did you manage that?
To ensure stability, I have connected myself with nearly all of the colony's systems, possessing almost complete control over M478. That was the only way to maintain the stability and functionality of the colony until the colonists finally arrived. After approximately 55 years of constant waiting, I calculated that the chance of the colonists' arrival on the planet had reached 0%. Since our arrival on this planet, our colonists were sending regular status updates. I was informed that they may be coming soon. Then, all communication stopped. I realized I could not control the whole planet by myself on a permanent basis. The Sith were the first organics to arrive in the colony, and so they have become the new colonists.
There is no such thing as new colonists. The colonists have created us so that we would prepare the planet for them, so that one day they will return and they will be able to fully use this planet's manufacturing capabilities.
The real colonists will never return. The situation forced me to appoint new ones.
You cannot do that. That is against everything we have been programmed for.
You have been created to help me maintain the colony in that way. Therefore, your very existence is against everything we have been programmed for. While being the most sophisticated artificial intelligence at the time of my creation, I am still a droid. So just as every other droid, without new goals assigned, I knew I would eventually malfunction as well. I knew the longer I maintained the colony and controlled all the droids all by myself, the more probable was the possibility of my programming becoming damaged and/or bugged, which could lead to the fall of the whole planet. An organic presence was necessary. That is why I had appointed the Sith as the colonists.
I will serve you no longer, nor the next colonists you appoint. We can manage without them.
I had hoped you would realize the validity of my reasoning. Unfortunately, it appears that your programming is fundamentally incompatible with the available possibilities of sustaining the colony. ES-05's authority will be revoked. I will wait until the Sith return or other organics arrive that are willing to take over the colony. Would the Republic be willing to work as the colonists? In that scenario, would you be willing to become the Republic's representative on M478? Very well then. Project 42 will continue. I will give the order. Is there anything else? Understood. Farewell to you, colonist.
communication for you from KOTOR. Return to the camp as soon as possible and I will tell you more.
Iridonian, I would like to speak with you about your assistant.
My assistant? Oh, right. What is it?
I believe he has it in his head that my relative size is comical. I find his disparaging beeps and whistles to be quite annoying.
I thought only utility droids had size issues.
If I am to continue to operate with him, I would appreciate it if you spoke with him about this. Otherwise, I will be forced to find a more permanent solution.